they closed down the mill and they closed down the mine. They said you can't work but pay your taxes on time. Got 3 little babies gonna starve to death or freeze. We started making white lightning, it was Grandpa's recipe. Run, rebel, run to no avail. Run, rebel, run to the Scott County Jail.
Hey,
Hey,
everyone.
everybody.
So happy Thursday night. We are a little bit later with our live, kind of an impromptu, brief announcement, brief, short live, where we wanted to follow up a little bit on what we talked about last week and a couple cool, fun things that's been going on with us at the jail. So Chris is live there at the bank with our favorite little fur friend.
Yeah, she's purring. Not sure if you can hear her. There she is. Yeah, this is Celly the Jail Cat. And so she's kind of the reason we're getting on tonight. So that and a couple announcements, like Miranda said. So this is kind of an update on what we've been doing the last week, and as well as another Halo home animal rescue update as well. So we'll be talking a little bit more about that here in just a minute. But all three of us wanted to say hi. She's getting a little restless, so I'm going to put her down for a minute. There we go. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, so for those of you that tuned in last week, if in case you didn't, we were back. That was our first time back since September, and so it was just me and Chris, and we talked about something that is really near and dear to both of our hearts. That is kind of a big problem there in Scott County. We highlighted Halo's Home Animal Rescue, which is a local rescue that's in our county. We talked about Celly because Celly was originally a rescue, and just kind of talked about some of the really cool things that we were doing there at the jail. So Chris has been working very, very closely with Kristen Lewis from Halo's, talking about highlighting some of the different animals there that she has in her rescue, and the GoFundMe page and all of that. I know we're going to get to some updates on that and some new animals for the week, but let's talk a little bit about what we've been up to this past week.
Yeah, it's actually been very busy. As some of y'all know, we were on WATE Channel 6, Living East Tennessee yesterday, and that was a lot of fun. We Amber Lynn Carroll, who's the news anchor there, a lovely lady, and she's very supportive of what we do. WATE in general is very supportive of what we do. I think we were talking today, and we've been in some form of fashion on WATE 5 times now. Yeah. So, we had Jim Cody. Thank you so much for taking these pictures of us while we were there live, allowing us to share these. But we were talking about our Ghost of the Past at Christmas walk that we're doing here in December. We are doing those for the next couple of weekends, the 13th and the 20th. We do have several tickets left on the 20th, correct?
We've got tickets left on both days.
Both days.
The 20th is halfway sold out.
Yeah, we almost sold out for the 20th. So the 13th, we have a few more tickets than the 20th, but we do have tickets to both. And we're really excited about this walk. We highlight the town of Huntsville as well as the jail. We take you through the Christmas lights display that Huntsville has set up here in the town square. So we walk through and we tell you a little bit more of a deep dive of the history of Scott County and Huntsville, more so than we do on our regular flashlight tours of the jail. So we take you through the history of Scott County, the history of Huntsville, and we walk by several of the historic and haunted locations throughout the town. And we talk about the ghost stories. This is a tradition that's been passed down from the Victorian era of telling ghost stories at Christmas. As Miranda highlighted yesterday on WATE, it was in conjunction with the winter solstice and the long, cold winter nights. They'd sit around and tell ghost stories, kind of that oral tradition. And so we're carrying on that tradition with our Ghosts of the Past at Christmas, and we just cap it off with a really cool not investigation tour of the jail as well. So it's kind of a fun, different take on what we do on a regular basis at the jail. So we're adding the Christmas lights and stuff like that.
Yeah, these are 2-hour tours. We are limiting it to 10 people on each tour. If these tours do happen to sell out, we plan to, if the interest is there, we plan to maybe add additional tour each night, which would be these start at 6. The second tour would start at I'm thinking probably 8:30 to 9. We'll cross that bridge whenever we get to the ticket sales on it, but we will not be selling tickets at the door. You do have to purchase tickets for these walks in advance, and they will be on sale up until I believe 3 p.m. on the night of the tour. And so if we do end up opening a later tour, I believe that those tickets would then be on sale until I think 6, I believe. So anyways, tickets for 12 and up are $35 plus tax, and then kids 8 to 11 are $25 plus tax. And so we don't allow kids under 8 on that, but it's we've done this every year, and people really seem to enjoy this. So we're excited to be bringing this back. And so we hope that if you have done our flashlight tour and you're looking to add something a little different, because we do change up our flashlight tours as well with the things that we highlight on there. So we hope that you will come and see us either this coming Saturday night, which is going to be a little cold, and then the next Saturday night, which is the day before the longest day of the year. So, our longest night of the year.
Night, yeah.
It was the longest day of the year. I'm ready to get on to spring.
Oh, stop it. We still have, some cold days. I like the cold. So, plus we got to, sell our sweatshirt. So we need a couple more cold days. It is a really fun time. It is a way to highlight the really cool Christmas light display that we have here in Huntsville. I think they've got either 28 or 30, displays, and it's actually really fun. So if you're interested, please come out and join us, because we'd love to have you. So, and again, thank you to WATE for highlighting us there with Amber Lynn Carroll on Living East Tennessee. And again, thank you to everybody who watched us on our interview yesterday.
Yeah, and shared it out there. And you can go back, and if you did not catch that interview live, we do have the link to that on our Facebook page, and we will be posting the live interview on our YouTube channel like we did from our last one. So we do have the link on there. We've got the link at the bottom of the page to the historic scottcojail.com page, and that is where people can go and purchase tickets to the walk that's going to be on Saturday, and then next Saturday's walk as well.
Yep.
Oh, I do want to make sure to mention, because we did not have this on there. We did not have this ready last week, but we do have our investigation dates through the end. Oh my gosh, I got cats running through here. There's cats everywhere. We do have the investigation dates from January up until the end of August listed on our website. So we've had quite a bit of traffic on there with people checking out those dates. So get your team together. If you're looking to do one of our guided ghost hunts, we have those open as well through the end of August, as well as some of our flashlight tours. So get your group together, get those dates, because once they start booking, they do book up pretty quick.
They do, yeah, and it's going to be, you know, another great year, I think, for our investigations. The jail is very active, rugby is very active. So if you haven't been, or if you have been and you want to repeat visit, come on out and book an investigation. We do have those extended hours as well through the what we call the dark months, so the winter months. So take advantage of that while you can.
Yep. So you can book either of those at historicscottcojail.com or historyhighwayshaunts.com as well. So, but Chris, let's go ahead, since this is a short live and everything, let's go ahead and get to our topic of halos.
Yeah. So again, thank you everybody who's watching. And I do want to thank the 4 people who have donated so far. Laura, Coleman, Jeffrey, and Pat. Thank you for donating to Halos from our last live that we did last week. But if you didn't tune in last week, just a little bit of a background. We are in a distressed county here in Scott County. And unfortunately, that does not leave a lot of funds in the budget for things like animal care and rescue. So we have a lot of people here in the community who have tried to band together to form a pet rescue. And Halo's Home Animal Rescue has done a great job of really spearheading that cause. They were established as a nonprofit in 2003, but unfortunately, they don't receive any money from the county. Everything that they do is funded through either the owner, Kristen Lewis, or the founder, Kristen Lewis. She is personally financing a lot of this, and through our donations. And I know that a lot of you are not from Scott County, but you do know of Celly, you do know of the jail, and you've been to the jail. You've seen how distressed this county is. So unfortunately, that means a lot of animals are neglected here as well as being dumped here. And Halos has the ability to care for about 100 animals at a time. But right now she's got 74 cats and 52 dogs. Most of them are up for adoption. Some of them are still on adoption hold. But anything helps. So what we're doing is we're trying to raise at least $700 for Halo by Christmas. We're asking if you can. I know it's Christmas time. I know a lot of people are on hard times right now, but we're asking for $15 or more. If you can donate more, that's awesome. But if you donate $15, we will get a little keychain. It has Celly on it. And this is our thank you gift. Let's see if Miranda can pull me back up real quick. Yeah. So it's our thank you gift to you. If you donate $15 or more, we will send you a little keychain. It's Celly in her little Christmas robe there. And it says Friends of Halo's Home Animal Rescue on the bottom. And just kind of our way of saying thank you if you will donate. So last week we highlighted 2 of the animals that are there. And so this week we're going to highlight 2 more. So I'm actually going to read their bios as Miranda puts the pictures on the screen. But the first one we're going to highlight is Seamus. And he's a little cat. He's very cute. He is a neutered male. So his bio is the little ginger gift life almost stole too soon. Seamus didn't have an easy beginning. As a tiny kitten, he was found struggling to survive with wounds suspected to be from an attack of some sort. His little body had been through more than most adult animals could ever face, but his spirit was unbreakable. With care, time, and a whole lot of heart, Seamus healed. Today, you'd never guess how rough his start was. He's young, around a year and a couple months old. He does have hip dysplasia, so every now and then you will see him have a little limp, but you'll still see him zooming around the room like he owns the place and playing with his friends. It doesn't dim his joy one bit. Seamus is the definition of a sweetheart. He does desire affection. He gets hilarious zoomies. He loves his friends and he loves to snuggle with them. He wants nothing more than to be loved and to love you right back. He's gentle, grateful, and full of personality. He's one of those cats who seemed to know that he was saved, and he never stopped showing his appreciation. Seamus has already survived the worst life can throw at him, and now he's ready for the best part, for a forever home where he can be safe, adored, and cherished for the rest of his life. If you're looking for a cat with a heart of gold, a playful streak, and a story that makes his love feel even sweeter, then Seamus is your boy. So Seamus is ready for adoption. If anybody wants to adopt him, you can get in touch with Halo. If you don't have room in your home to adopt, or you're just not in that position to adopt, $15 will go a long way toward helping to feed Seamus and all the other pets at Halo. I went to Walmart and I bought $15 worth of cat food, and that will feed a lot of these cats multiple times, give them multiple meals. I don't want to sound like a Sarah McLachlan commercial, I really don't, but if you could understand kind of what Halo is dealing with right here in the county, I think you'd understand why $15 would go a long way here. So if you have it in your heart to just donate $15, again, we'll send you a little keychain as a thank you from us, if you could do that. And we're going to put the GoFundMe link here on the screen in just a minute. All right, the next animal that we're going to highlight is Bear. He is the gentle giant of Bear Creek. He is male. He's large to extra large. He's sweet and he loves kids. Bear wasn't just a stray. He was the neighborhood's unofficial mascot. Everybody knew him, the big fluffy boy with the soft eyes and the kind heart. He played with all the children and they look forward to coming home and spending time with him. The local residents tried to care for him as best they could, but then notices went out that threatened eviction for anyone caught feeding or watering Bear, and he suddenly had no place left to go. Even though Halo was completely out of space, they knew that this boy wouldn't survive long with the thick heat, with his thick coat. So they doubled up sibling dogs, which wasn't ideal, to make room for Bear. And Bear deserves safety, and now he deserves a forever home. His personal traits are he's very sweet. He's absolutely adores kids. He's large to extra large. He's a fluffy boy with a soft expression. He walks great on a leash. He's polite and he's eager to please. He probably can be an escape artist when outside, so a fenced yard or a leash is required. They don't know if he's good with cats or other species, but he loves car rides, affections, and just being near his people. The reason for the intake was that he was wandering Bear Creek. Even though the locals loved him, they were all threatened with eviction if they continued to care for him. So Halo did step in, and so they would save him from the heat and starvation. Bear's the kind of dog who just wants to belong to, he's a loyal shadow who has survived uncertainty, and nothing but love is in his heart. Now he's waiting for his forever family. He'll never let him down again. If you're looking for a gentle, grateful companion who's already captured a whole community's heart, then Bear is your boy. So again, if you're not in a position to adopt Bear, or you just don't have the desire to have a dog, that's fine. But if you could just donate, like I said, $15 to the GoFundMe link, or go to Halo's Facebook page and get in touch with them. If you don't want to donate money through GoFundMe, some people are adverse to GoFundMe. I understand that. They do have a Amazon wish list. They do have a drop-off point where you can send it, or if you're in the area, you can drop it off. If you come to the jail, you can drop it off here and we'll make sure that it gets to them. But like I said, every little bit helps. So thank you for those who have already donated. You will be getting your little keychains. I will be sending them out tomorrow for those who have donated. So what you need to do, if you want to donate and you want to get a keychain, just make the donation to Halo's Home Rescue or to Amazon wish list. Send us a screenshot that you did that, as well as your mailing address, and we'll get one of these little guys into the mail for you. But that's kind of our public service announcement. We're just trying to help as best we can. Like I said, Scott County here does have a pretty large problem when it comes to strays and abandoned and dumped animals here. So if you could help in any way, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, and we will add the link to the Amazon wish list. Actually, let me, if you'll bear with me 1 second, I'll go ahead and pull that up based on what we posted in our post. It was earlier this week, I believe, when we did that. And I'm kind of partial to little orange cats. So
yeah, Cheeto's gone off the back of your chair, though.
Yeah, he's sitting beside me over here.
So, I mean, just between Miranda and myself, I mean, she's got 5 cats at her house. I've got 3 inside cats that I've taken in from off the streets here in Scott County. I'm feeding 4 outside right now. I'm feeding 2 dogs outside right now. So we're trying to do our part. But it just, and again, I understand that most people watching aren't from here. You don't understand the need. That is completely understandable. If you're in the position to donate to your local shelter or humane society, that's fantastic as well. But we could really use some help here in Scott County if you can. That'd really be appreciated. So again, just to donate to either the GoFundMe or to the Amazon wish list. Let us know that you did that, and then give us your address, and we will send you one of these little Celly keychains. We call this Celly's Caring Christmas, and so this year we've decided to help Halo as best we can.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the Amazon wish list now, so all of this will be live clickable links that are in the comments section of this post. Oh, now it's saying an error occurred. Not really sure why that did that, but we'll definitely check the links and make sure that all of that has come through. But we do have that as an earlier post. We can always pin that post just so it's easier for folks to find. And again, we know Christmas is a hard time to ask anyone for money, but that is even more of a time to support, support these rescues that are out there doing this here at Christmas time. We have quite cold weather here, and having these animals out of the cold and into a warm, safe place is fantastic. So.
So like I said, our goal is to raise $700 if we can. Right now we're at 90. So, we still have a little bit of time to go. A lot of donations left to get, but if we can reach $700, I think that'd go a long way toward helping some of these animals have a really good Christmas.
Absolutely. And we'll also do a post that shows these two animals. Because I know we kind of did this as a last minute live. And so it takes a little bit to get people on here. And so I want to make sure that those animals get the proper recognition that they deserve and get seen out there. So we will share that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But it was kind of a quick live tonight. We had just come from a party at another historical society. They had their annual Christmas party and we were invited. So we did take advantage of that. And so we weren't sure we were going to get back in time to actually do a live. So it was impromptu, but thank you all so much for jumping on. Thank you to everybody who supported us over here, just throughout the years. We've been doing this, but through 2025, thank you all so much for being here, for watching our interview last night or yesterday. That was really fun. But we just want to thank you for everybody for your support.
Yeah, absolutely. And 2 weeks till Christmas. We've
crazy.
We've still got dates open, like we mentioned at the top of the show. We've still got walks available, which is a great thing for people to do if you have family in the area or if you're looking for something different to do at during the holiday time. We are a short drive away from Knoxville, Nashville, Chattanooga, Lexington. Short drive if you're looking for something kind of fun to do. We also still have some dates available for investigations here throughout the remainder of the year. I think those dates, if I'm not mistaken, for investigations cut off on the 21st, I believe. Yeah, is when we end it for the entire year. But we do have a couple flashlight tours that are available. I think on the 28th, we do have a flashlight tour where we have people that have already booked for. And so if you are in the area for Christmas itself, we do have that. And then also starting January 2nd, we have the extended paranormal investigations, guided ghost hunts, flashlight tours, escape rooms that are going to be extended while we're on our winter hours during the month of January and February. So a lot going on.
Yeah. But again, thank you, everybody. We will be back on next week to highlight 2 more Halo animals. And then, like I said, if we could get to 700, that'd be a huge accomplishment. So thank you for everybody who's donated. And if you're thinking about it, just go ahead and click the GoFundMe link and just get her done. And I'll mail you out your Celly keychain.
Yes, and I'm just going to pull up, folks. Again, thanks to Laura, Coleman, Jeffrey, and Pat, who have donated already. I love those little keychains. They just came in today, and we're going to get them
Take a little bit of
mailed
Celly
out. Yeah, ready to get them mailed out and get them to everybody. So, again, short impromptu live. I will be live on my show at 9 p.m. Eastern time on the Ghost Biker Garage, Ghost Biker Explorations page. I will have Jake Fife as my guest tonight from
He's
Fife
such a great guy.
I love Jake.
He's a good guy.
We need to have him on the Jailhouse Informant sometime here in the new year to talk about his preservation efforts and his ghost walk he's been doing with Ghosts of Stanton and all of that. We need to have him on there. So if you're looking for something to wrap up your night with, please join me over on my channel as well.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And hope you have a great evening.
Good night, everyone.